Oops, wrong show.
Close enough.
All rise. Order is in court. It's freaking Valentine's Day. We're here working.
Government shut down.
That's right. It's a national holiday, isn't it?
Courts aren't even in. Mill ain't running today. I mean,
nice and quiet here. Emily's working. Is how much she loves her husband. She's working a double today.
hey. So, she loves one thing more than you, bud. Money. And well,
money.
Maybe she'll bring you like a heart-shaped pizza or something from her work.
Now, we got pizza last night from her work, though. Philly cheesesteak pizza, which is very good.
Half price?
No. How about this? Large pizza is only 30% off, 50% off the entire menu. Except on their large pizza, which I would think they would make the most money out of as a pizza. So I was like, okay. I mean, you should see the pasta dishes that we get for next to nothing.
Interesting.
No, I'll tell you what's interesting is we've been living here for 6 years at least. Had this couch since the day we moved in, and I just found this giant pocket on the back of it where you can put whatever you want in there. Snack. I mean, there's tons of room, and I cannot wait for her to get home for me to show her this. It's been that long.
Do you think she's gonna look at you and say,
I knew that was there the whole time?
She does that sometimes, but I know she doesn't know this one. I mean, it's right there in front of my eyes. It's just amazing how something that you see 1,000 times a day for that many years, and I've never noticed it until just literally minutes ago.
VD Day, yes.
Yes, it is. So what do we got today? Where are we at? What are we doing?
Well, this is, I decided why not do a little bit of, in court action where they're bringing up one person after the other, just give us a taste of day-to-day court life in Florida, by the way.
Oh, Florida Wednesday. I like that.
So, we got some people coming up that may be heading off to the big house. If they don't watch it, bud, better watch it.
Better watch out for those VDs, as they say.
Everybody's feeling better. I'm not contagious. This is just.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Judge said, I don't believe you.
I believe Mr. Rice on the trial docket.
He is, Your Honor. I think we have two issues going on. First of all, I think the state's going to need to ask for a continuance of the trial because we got an email that the FELA agent would not be available. Is that correct?
He does. He likes to survive.
The cases, the oldest cases that Mr. Wilson, I've always been focused on, Your Honor. The physical lab judge is unavailable. When they called in, we did subpoena them, Judge. They called in that they had sent their unavailability notices, and I just informed them, we would file our motions to continue, Judge. We did ask if there was another analyst or, that could perform it to try to keep the cases going, Judge. And it is my understanding, and I know from the email that we got, I believe the entire chemistry section is unavailable.
Okay.
Judge.
You're going to do what a chemistry section is?
I'm guessing it's the people that, check his pee-pee.
Oh.
Not PayPal, but his
Got it. All right, the Wizinator. Got it. Okay.
Running hot tonight.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Gary.
Hi, Sammy.
Any objection?
Your Honor, if they're not available, there's not really much we can do.
All right, Mr. Wright, we'll move and what's the second thing before?
You raised the second thing, Your Honor. There was a problem with that occurred while Mr. Wright was on release.
Yes, Mr. Wright, what's going on? You were on release, and while you
Valentine's Day card for the judge.
Deposit for some cocaine. You told me you weren't smoking crack, but your friends were, and you just in their vicinity.
Secondhand crack
I've
smoke.
never heard.
Huh.
Bring some proof of that.
Yeah, what do you have? I'll take a look at it.
You have proof?
What do you?
This is a drawing I made of us hanging out.
Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to look.
Okay.
because I think it's. I'll just pass it to the court. I believe it's in Google.
No. You stay right where you're
Google
at.
research.
Don't just throw it up, please.
This guy knocks your plates over by Goodwill.
What in the hell could this be?
Fawcett, thank you.
That's
The
what-
first thing I have says Google search cocaine being absorbed through the skin and felon P test.
Party on wing.
Probably certain if you're touching cocaine, it's probably going to be absorbed. Explains the second page is some links. PUBMED. The other one is www.police1.com. Explains why officers use the wear of PPE and drug busts. Cocaine can get in your system if handled or touched. True.
All right, so he's he just printed out something from a couple of websites.
Yeah,
he's
he
handing it to the
Googled.
judge.
He said, "Look, Judge, I've, I don't need all these fancy forensics. Oh no, sirree, Bob. I've got my own forensic team at Google, and they've said, well,
That's right.
what I've done is definitely real. It can happen. And it happened to me.
It sounds pretty. Here's the thing, though. He's saying, okay, he didn't smoke any crack, but friends were, and he was nearby.
Yes.
Then we're moving into, well, I actually may have touched it also.
Yes. He also had, handled some cocaine. And when you're hanging out with your friends, you're like, oh man,
Cocaine.
you grab it, you're playing with it, you're like, just hanging with the boys.
Yeah, crack rocks are fun to play with, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shake them up,
And transfer out of mouth.
How long would that last in your system, though, that way?
I don't know.
This talks about from Oxford Academy on the dermal absorption of
Oxford,
cocaine.
okay.
The dermal is the skin.
Dermal is the skin.
A 5 milligram dose of cocaine freebase. I'm not sure what freebase is. I've heard it in songs, but I'm not sure.
Well, you know what, Judge? Same here, buddy. Same here. I've certainly heard of it, but
I've heard it in several rap songs, but I have never, I really don't know what it is. Just saying.
Google
it, Judge.
What does freebasing mean?
Alexa, what is freebasing?
Let us know what it says in the chat. Let's see. Okay. Is a descriptor for the neutral form of of what? Is a reference to illicit drug. Yeah, I get that, but it's not.
Ooh, a nicotine. The first one, the big one, the killer.
Oh yeah, the bad one. Is a pure basic form.
So I guess you're smoking it while it's in its original form.
I know what a booty bump is. Anybody know what a booty bump is? I heard that in a song before too.
I know what an angry handy J is.
What is it?
You don't want to know.
Forearm skin resulted in a positive UA. That's not what you told me. You didn't tell me that you touched it. You said one of your friends was smoking crack cocaine and you were just by him and it somehow got in your system. Mr. Wright, I'm gonna go ahead.
He was making contact with each other, so
What you mean by that?
hand touching.
Okay. Mr. Wright, I'm gonna revoke your bond, sir, for
Why you and your friend touching each other so much?
conditions by testing positive for cocaine. So you're gonna be placed back in the Gulf County Jail, and we'll see you on March 6th at 1:30.
That didn't work out very well.
Maybe
No.
I changed my mind.
But he tried.
Just your proof of your appointment.
But what about all this evidence I got?
Yeah. Is he gonna arrest him?
Yeah, he's going into jail right now.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's going to jail till March 6th.
Veterans Affairs. You're a veteran, Mr. Wright.
Hey.
Says you have an appointment to meet with a nurse.
29.
Yeah, that song is way too long.
I know, Mr. Wright. No, but I can't overlook the fact that last year he had concerns about medical conditions, and I agreed with you and let you out and told you to check in for UAs. And within a few weeks, maybe even a week of you getting out of jail, you test positive for cocaine. So I've continued the hearings until today, but I'm going to revoke your bond, sir. You'll be held without bond, and I'll see you on March 6th at 1:30. And since you are a veteran, I'm not sure the nature of the charges, but if we need to talk about Veterans Court, if he's eligible, we can talk about that.
I'll speak with Ms. Smith about that.
Yeah, I don't know his background score sheet or what, but it looks like some drug charges. He's tested positive for cocaine, and maybe that's something that we can look into. Yes, sir. Oh no, you did. Everything I read though was that you actually have to have physical contact with it. Talked about the dermal or the dermis, which is the skin, and touching. And I agree, if you touch.
Okay, are you? Floyd was vaping.
I hope I can find that.
I
mean, Floyd just blowing sick clouds would be amazing.
Guys, those of you who don't know, while we're watching the Florida instinct, every once in a while, Floyd will just make a really loud noise and he'll appear out of nowhere. He's an older dude, and it's sometimes he's coming in real hot and scares the shit out of everybody. And he does not take pissing.
Vaping, I gotta see that.
Okay, that's funny.
Cocaine or handle cocaine, it was going to be in your system, but that's not what you told me. You told me your friend was smoking crack cocaine and you was just there with him, and somehow it got into your system. You never said that you touched him. Yes, sir.
I told you I got him to with me if you asked me about it.
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, you tested positive for cocaine, sir. All right, that violates my conditions of release, so I'm gonna put you back in jail, and I'll see you March 6th.
Day before my birthday.
7 days before my birthday party. I'm waiting. Thank you for the 2 months. Happy V-Day.
Okay, this will be just a very.
Is he going to apologize to everybody for making him sick now? Oh,
Yeah, this is a bond motion I filed on behalf of my client, Mr. Travis Morrison.
Okay. All right. Any witnesses other than your client?
No, Your
All right, Mr. Morrison, you raise your right hand for us.
All right, Mr. Morrison, I'm just going to ask you a few basic questions. How old are you? Okay, prior to this incident, were you employed?
No,
Okay, how you get along? How are you living? How are you paying your
I
bills?
was employed prior months to the situation that led me here. And I was trying to file for unemployment from the last place I currently work, which I didn't get through to do.
Where were you living?
I was living in, I was back and forth from Jones Homestead to Weewall, so St. Joe to Weewall. But I didn't have a prior resident.
Let me rephrase that question. Were you living with someone?
Yeah.
Who?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. If you were to be able to post bond or the judge was to let you out, will your grandfather let you come back? What's that address?
186.
No, I don't need grandpa's address. Come on, man.
Very local.
It's local. It's right by the hospital.
Okay. Now, where are you from?
I'm from here.
Have you lived here your whole life?
I've lived here my whole life. I was born in Brunswick, Georgia, but I came here about 5 minutes later.
Okay. All right. So you grew up in this area, go to high school in this area, have friends and family in this area.
Why are we interviewing him? Is he a rock star?
Now, as far
I
as
just want to talk to you about a few things real quick, if you don't mind.
once you found
What
out,
size shoe do you wear?
What is your favorite color?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you have any idea what freebasing means?
My voice hurts.
we're looking for you.
Don't worry, I'm not contagious. You're fine.
This, did you turn yourself in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and did you cooperate with the police?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if the judge was to lower your bond or to let you out on pretrial release, do you have a way to get here?
Yes, sir. My grandfather will take me back and forth. And
Okay.
he's a veteran, very law-abiding citizen. And make
Yep.
sure I'm here.
All right.
So that's
All right.
good.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Smith?
Actually, I did have one more. Have you been in trouble with the law before as an adult?
One prior time when I was 18, I got caught with marijuana.
Did you have to come to court? Did you?
That's
I didn't
10
have
days from now.
They dropped everything and gave me time served.
Okay, so you've never failed to appear for a
He got caught with marijuana. Send him away.
Just a very brief
Yes, sir.
argument. You've heard most of it, Your Honor, and I understand these charges on their face are very serious, but there's more, and I'm not going to get into it. There's more that meets the eye here.
Transformers.
You heard my client turned himself in, and police report, what he told the officers happened. They felt that he was being honest and forthright with them. So he's never tried to cover up what happened in this situation. So, and as far as him being a flight risk, he turned himself in. So, and the facts of this, he's not a danger to the community. He doesn't have a criminal history. And in fact, this incident was a personal between him and the victim. So he doesn't represent a danger at large, Your Honor.
Aren't things typically personal between you and another person?
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
All right, Ms. Smith.
Because he's sick but not contagious.
Argue that under the facts and circumstances
Hi,
of
Miss
the
K.
case, that the bond that was set in this case is appropriate in this matter, Your Honor. This case involves a handgun, Your Honor.
Ooh.
I believe the firearm was
Oh, did he forget to mention that?
discharged.
I think we left that fact out, right?
Slip of the mind.
Yeah.
Slip of the mind.
Yeah.
Happens when you're sick,
And I'm
but not
trying to
contagious.
find something in the report, Judge, but I do believe that Lieutenant Farrell with the Sheriff's Office had contact while they were investigating this case with the defendant, and it wasn't until later, Your Honor, that he was at the Sheriff's Department and basically charged. But I would argue that the seriousness of the charges, Your Honor, this is a first-degree felony, possibility of life case, that the bond that was set is appropriate.
Jeez.
Or anything else? Mr.
She
Morrison.
made it sound way worse.
I'm sorry, Mr.
I will just
Wilson.
clarify it. Although the weapon was discharged in the report, it's clear that it wasn't an intentional discharge. It was an accidental
Oh.
discharge.
All right.
That happens to me all the time. I'm like, I'm
Anyone
sorry. It's never happened to me before.
client Fired a weapon at someone, because then we'd be in a totally different posture.
Mr. Morrison, based on the charges, it is a first-degree punishable by life, and under Florida law is considered a dangerous crime. So I'm going to deny your motion for a bond reduction.
Yeah, he's looking at life.
Is let me see. Filed this in October. Excuse me, December. Happened in October. As far as the discovery, where are we at in that process?
I believe I have most of the discovery I need. I've already reached out to the state, and we're trying to begin some opening negotiations. Deposition set right away.
Trigger finger.
Negotiations fall through, but we're making good progress.
Mr. Morrison, you okay? Okay, you're just staring at me.
No.
Make sure you're fine. Okay.
Oh, shit.
But we'll see you March 6th at 1:30.
Don't be eyeballing me, son. Son, don't be eyeballing me.
That concludes my business. Your Honor.
Thank
You
you.
don't want to.
Thank
You want to get the junkyard dog out. Damn, I ain't never heard a judge say that.
No, calling him out for staring at him, Griggsy.
It's interesting.
Well, it is uncomfortable when somebody's just like dead staring at you.
Yeah, especially when it's serious like this.
Like Knox, he used to do that a lot. Not only was he a close talker, but he also would just stare at you with like just dead eyes.
Mr. Trucks, you ready?
He's also shit-faced and or really, really high, but still.
Good morning, Your Honor. How
Good
are you?
morning. I'm well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, sir. We've got Kevin Pfeiffer approaching.
Oh,
We've got
God.
The agreement worked out with the
Nice.
state on cases 22 CF 151, 22 CF 186. At this time, he would withdraw his previous plea of not guilty, enter a plea of guilty to both cases. In case
H&W guilty for the VD. Thank you for the 10 votes. Appreciate you too.
number 22 CF 151, there would be counts 1 through 22, each one a second degree felony punishable by 15 years in the Department of Corrections per charge. In case 22 CF 186, there would be counts 1 through 11, Each of those is second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in the Department of Corrections per charge. The agreement with the state is that he would be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 3 years in the Department of Corrections, followed by 12 years of probation. That would be all run concurrent with one another. The probation would be sex offender probation.
Oh.
Lunsford eligible.
One of
There
them.
would be court costs and fines in the court's discretion. 100 hours of public service work to be performed at the direction of the probation department. $20 a month for the cost of supervision, a DNA sample, a forfeiture of seized items of contraband. And here's kind of the spin on that. There were a number of electronic devices that were seized at the time.
Oh, I bet.
And we're requesting that the court and the state give back anything that is not contraband or contains contraband by nature. Some items had personal and family photos, those sorts of things. And I think Ms. Smith has indicated she needs to talk with law enforcement to see if some of the apparatuses were cleared and checked and could be returned. And of course, I think the photos that were on a separate drive should probably be returned. But we want to make sure that everything is clean, and to the extent that they don't have any evidentiary value, we want those returned. So we might need a little extra work on that.
Okay.
That shouldn't stop our progress here today, I don't think. Is that correct?
That's correct. I just need to verify with the sheriff's office that there's nothing hindering the release.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll stay with her office on that, Judge.
Okay.
There would be a mental health evaluation. Counseling is recommended. And then we've got the signed plea waiver and consent that we'll submit to your bailiff judge.
Mr.
I like that
Fyfe,
he called the stuff contraband.
Yeah.
That was found on these devices they took from his house.
sir, would you tell me your name, your age, and your highest level of education?
Kevin Pfeiffer, 50, 12th grade.
Did you hear Mr. Truck's announcement about how we're going to resolve your cases?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what was stated here in open court?
No, sir.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you in any way to get you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
So
Have you had sufficient amount of time to speak with Mr. Trucks about resolving your case?
Yes, sir.
Do you need additional time to speak with Mr. Trucks?
No, sir.
Are you satisfied with the services?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication this morning?
Absolutely.
No, sir. Other than my blood pressure medication.
you got it. You don't even have to ask.
You on this morning?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury,
Yes, sir.
and you're waiving your right to appeal anything other than a legal sentence.
Yes, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a U.S. citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
And is counsel aware of any exculpatory DNA in this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pfeiffer, affidavits, I'm going to find there's a factual
Thank
basis
you,
for
Lisa
your
Bay.
plea, and that your plea is known, intelligent, and voluntarily entered into in case number
Yes.
22 CF 151 and 22 CF 186. Is this an adjudication
And
of
Amy.
guilt? Okay, so on each count, as filed in both informations, you'll be sentenced to 3 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. Once you're released from the Florida Department of Corrections, you'll serve 12 years of probation. So 3 years DOC followed by 12 years probation on each count to run concurrent. You are eligible for the Jessica Lunsford Act, and this will be
See how
subsequent
man spreading
probation.
this dude is?
You have court costs and fines in the amount of $1,158 in each case. And Mr. Trucks, do you waive my reading of the discretionary costs and fines?
Yes, sir, we do.
Sir, when you're on probation, you must perform 100 hours of public service work. Your cost
Yes.
of supervision is $20 per month. You must provide a DNA sample.
Plenty of us to go
Seize
around. I promise.
Items of contraband.
I'll think about it.
You go mental health evaluation and counseling as recommended. Any additional terms that I did not announce?
I believe that, I think I left off the plea form, Judge. This would cause him to register as a sex offender as well.
Would hope so.
You understand that? The sex offender probation, so
For
you'll have
Contraband.
to register as a sex offender.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any
And I
questions?
provided those materials to him so he could read through those and be familiar with them as well, Judge.
Okay, you have any questions about that? And you were informed of that by counsel?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't change your willingness to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Let me see. How long do you jail credit?
Sorry, Brian.
Jail, Mr. Pfeiffer.
It's only in for a day each time. Well, 2 days.
I mean, 2 days jail credit. And I'll include that on here, 2 days jail credit. Any other questions?
No, sir.
And this is a pretty good deal looking at your score sheet. I want to thank Mr. Trucks and Ms. Smith. All right, so I'm gonna downward depart from this based on a legitimate uncoerced plea bargain. You probably want to thank them because you'd have been convicted as charged. You're going for a long time, sir. You got 30 days from today to appeal, and best of luck to you.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Business.
I'm surprised he's missing out on going to prison. Like you just said, you got lucky, bud.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
Oh, that's true. He's only 3 years in a jail, right?
Mr. Mumford, you ready, sir?
Yeah.
12.
You ready? Good morning.
Jeremy Mutz on behalf
Mutz,
of
excuse me.
Michael Brisbane. Well,
Yes, sir.
Joel Mumford is probably the original attorney
Yes,
of
sir.
record. And my client is here present in the courtroom, Your Honor. We've made a lot of progress on negotiations and discovery. The state has confirmed recently that there is video evidence in this case. And we would respectfully ask for a 30-day continuance to allow us to review that video and obtain that. Law enforcement just notified the state of the existence of that video today. So it's no fault of the state, but we do need time to review that. I'm still hopeful we can negotiate something. So I don't believe there's an objection to the continuance. We'd respectfully ask to continue it to the March docket.
That's correct, Judge, and I was,
Oh,
with, actually the chief this morning, Judge, to either verify or not that this is in the video. Because there was a time when, the police department didn't have it, and then they did, and then they didn't again. But Judge, I learned that there was a video, and I've since learned I need to tell Mr. Muntz too, there's actually 13. So, I will get them to him. The chief is emailing them to me now, Judge, so.
Yeah, we're gonna take this off the trial docket. We'll move it to March 6th at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That's all I have.
I'm guessing they have video evidence now,
You as well.
basically.
yes.
Is what they're saying. All right.
We'll
So
get back to that case at a later date.
Gerald?
Hey, look at this guy dropping it down low. Good for him.
it's like, hey, is this video, is this incriminating him? Does it show it?
Get low, get low, get low, get low.
Your Honor, Mr. Yarrow's cases, he is one of the ones that state's filed a motion to continue because the lab analyst is unavailable for our trial period. I understand the state's position is no fault of the prosecutor. We're ready for trial, but I understand the state's position. I don't have a legal defense to that allegation. I would simply ask the court to consider reinstating Mr. Yarrow's bond if the case is going to be continued from off the trial docket.
All right, Ms. Smith?
I mean, that sounds like something that I'd fit in perfectly at. Maybe we could have Adam the Woo. By the way, the new Woo video, I haven't watched it yet. He goes to an NBA game and he bitches about the fact that you can't hear the game noises because they play too much music and too much hoopla from the fans and from the announcers. That's his latest gripe at an NBA game.
We were way up in the top of the nosebleeds at that Charlotte game, and all I heard was squeaking shoes and bouncing
Absolutely.
balls.
And I mean, yes, lots of hip hop music.
Yeah.
Which he has been blamed to not like, we'll say hip hop music. Made me laugh today.
We said, but to keep a clear
And
record.
thank you, Party on Wait. Appreciate that. $10 and a grumpy old man of them. I like it.
This judge, the lab analyst, we did send subpoenas, Your Honor. They had previously sent their notice of unavailability, Your Honor. The entire lab is, my understanding is out that week. So another analyst could not or cannot work the drugs before trial to then come testify, Judge. We're not just talking about one analyst. It's, I believe, all of them. Your Honor, as far as the bond issue, Mr. Yarrow was out on bond, Your Honor, on both your felony case as well as a separate misdemeanor case in county court, Your Honor.
that is 10 people that are going to be joining us tonight. Thanks to Amazon Girl. Thank you. 5:30 East. We got a case, members only. We do that on Wednesdays.
All kinds of interesting things happen there. I don't want to say too much, but it's
there's been
spicy at times.
There's been some very great conversations and some very cringy conversations.
Spicy.
And some videos that were, yeah, we'll say spicy. Amazon Girl, thank you. That's huge.
That is massive. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
And Mr. Yarrow has since picked up what I will call a third set of charges. And that is the basis for his bond revocation in your court, as well as Judge McFarland's, Your Honor. So he has been released on this case, and I believe was out for quite a while, Judge, but I believe it was just January 10th.
Damn, Alley Cat, that is a long time to be plowed. I don't know how.
Look, that's something to brag about. I'm not going to lie.
It is. No, I mean, 20 hours of plowing.
20 hours.
That's.
I could only imagine the volume you put out.
I don't even think in my teenage years I could even do 1/20th of that kind of plowing.
Well, that's, that's professional numbers, bud. Professional numbers.
It is. That is a
lot
of plowing. Good for you, Alley Cat. Seriously.
I know you're sore as hell today, though.
I bet you ain't walking much today, are you?
Bow-legged?
That date yesterday, Judge, but I forgot it. But I believe it was in the past month, Your Honor, that he was taken back into custody for receiving new charges, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Hill?
That is right, Judge. He was arrested. I believe it was a new law violation for driving on a suspended license is what brought him back to court. And subsequently, the court revoked the bond based on that new charge.
All right. I'm going to grant the state's motion to continue.
Yes, sir.
Based on the unavailability of a material witness. And
depends on the state.
Because we're not going to be able to reset this at least for 2 months, I'm going to reinstate your bond, okay? So you'll be released from the county jail. When I say reinstate your bond, he's already posted. I'm not going to make him paste another bond. You can be released from the county jail. The conditions of your release, you're not to violate the law. You cannot drive without a valid license, and you're subject to random UAs, okay? You also must appear for each pretrial conference in person. So if you come to court on the 6th, it's very possible I'll send you back to the county jail and have you do a UA, okay? All right, so we'll see you March 6th at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, just so there's.
And that's on this case.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's on
Sorry, maybe I read that
23
wrong.
CF 16.
My fault.
Sorry, I forgot that one wrong, Alley Cat.
I read like every other word.
Me too. I try.
Why are all the analysts just unavailable? We've heard that in the first case and the last one. All the analysts are just not around.
Maybe they were out plowing last night.
I think we have one more case. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Is it murder?
If that lady in the blue shirt gets up, we're done. Nope. We got Fun Stripe over here.
You were here yesterday for a pretrial conference. You said at 9:30. You were not here. You showed up yesterday afternoon. I had already issued a warrant for your arrest, so I did not receive that warrant. We're here for. I set you for today.
Locked them up for showing up late for court.
I don't think we get it resolved today, Judge. Mr. Wallace it's a nonviolent charge this time for driving on suspended license. However, his prior record scores him significant DOC time. The state's plea offer was 24 months. As of yesterday, I don't think Mr. Wallace was prepared to accept the state's plea offer of 24 months. And obviously, if he does an open plea, the lowest permissible was 23 and a half months. So that's what his option
Whole
was.
half month off, bud.
Or set the case for jury trial at a later date.
I bet he won't show up late
Come
for
back
court again.
March 6th. And if it's not resolved, we'll go ahead and set it for trial.
Okay.
Mr. Wallace, I'm going to let you out. All right, so you'll be released from the county jail. I'll see you March 6th at 1:30. No excuses. 1:30 means 1:30.
Yes, sir.
If you have to get up at 5 a.m. and start walking.
Damn. You gotta saddle the mule, and get a riding, whatever way it takes you to get here.
Speaking of which, rest up. Oh my God. Can't
You got
imagine.
a few more inches, are you?
Your name's Mr. Richter, correct? Come
The
on
rich there.
Bring in the Rickster. Thank you, Triple H.
Mr. Richter, you're in a similar situation. You were supposed to be here yesterday morning at 9:30. You showed up late. I had already issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear, and I did not rescind it. So you spent the night in the county jail. Mr. Hill, able to get this case resolved?
We don't have a resolved, Judge. I've met with Mr. Richter a couple of times and felt it was necessary to have him evaluated for potential sanity defense and or competency issues. We have that evaluation scheduled with Dr. Schuler on the 23rd of this month. We provided that information to Mr. Richter yesterday before he appeared before you, but we can put it on the record what that appointment is. If he's incarcerated, then Dr. Schuler can come to the jail and see him. If he's out of custody, that evaluation will take place at my office in the courthouse.
All right, Mr. Richter.
Yes, sir.
When I say 9:30, you know what that means?
9:30 a.m.
Yeah, when I tell you to be in court, it's not an invitation. It's not a request. You don't have to talk, sir. You don't have, it's not an invitation. You get here on time, not hours after, okay? I'm gonna let you out of jail. I'll see you on March 6th at 1:30. Any questions about the date and time?
March 6th could be a busy day in
March
court.
6th
It really
at
is.
1:30.
Yes, sir.
I'll need a handwritten memo and
No, I'm not giving you a handwritten memo. We're gonna get you this notice.
Handwritten memo.
I don't want to have any confusion.
Gonna get a
Yeah,
handwritten
for the
memo
record,
about
that
it.
evaluation is scheduled for February the 23rd, 2024 at 1:00 p.m. That will be in my office here in the courthouse.
You understand that, Mr. Richter?
yes, sir. I am a former Homeland Security agent and FBI agent and an astronaut, and I have been to space, and I do suffer like a little bit of amnesia sometimes.
I understand.
Before we,
All right.
Okay.
And I am a previous U.S. Air Force pilot. So I have blacked out several times while I tried traveling Mach 15 and Mach 17 and stuff like that. So I redid the NASA program. I built 4 NASA space shuttles.
Amazing.
Actually, I'm a very intelligent person.
Yes, sir. I don't
do
doubt that.
suffer like comprehension,
Thank you.
15-minute span disorder now.
Yes, sir.
So
Well, we're putting an appointment
See what
down.
our government has done to this man?
We'll go from there, okay?
I believe him. I have no reason not to believe him.
I can only comprehend in 15-minute spans, is what he just said.
Atkinson.
Wow.
I love
All
that.
right.
Dude. That dude was great. That dude was something. The 6th is going to be awesome. Mark our calendars, guys in the truck.
Your Honor, I have
Dude's
Joseph
done a lot of
Atkinson
jobs.
For you, this is case number 22-196 CF. In this case, we've reached an agreement to resolve it. And Your Honor, since Mr. Atkinson was last in court, he's had some vision issues. He's been going to the eye doctor. He has a surgery scheduled later this month, early next month to correct some issues. So he is having some issues seeing.
Yes, sir.
I explained the plea offer to him and he said he understands it and wants to accept the plea offer.
Yes, sir.
So you see Mr. Atkinson acting the way he
Okay,
is.
so that's why there was a C and I person there for a second.
In this
Okay,
case,
got it.
Judge,
Okay.
Mr. Atkinson is going to withdraw his not guilty plea, change that plea to guilty to the charge of battery. That's a simple misdemeanor. Adjudicate guilty, 12 months of county probation. While on that probation, he'll pay the standard fine of $105. The court cost will be $622. There is restitution that will be paid. I believe that's payable to Gulf County. Is that correct, Mr. Prosecutor?
Restitution is, I will have to find out if I have some separate bills from the victim, but I believe the county had to pay for some as well, Judge. If you could restitute.
There will be restitution and no contact with the victim. Joey, can you see the sign right here?
You put a big giant X right there.
Right here by my finger. Where your finger is.
Not there. No, that's the tape.
Hey, Joe, you see this? Huh?
Right there by the finger. There you go.
Hi, Alex. I wasn't flipping you off, just so you know.
You just missed an FBI agent
Astronaut.
turned astronaut.
Well, and he was
Traveled
far-
Mach 17, my
15,
friend.
15 to 17 knocks him out when he was in the Air Force.
15-minute memory span.
Oh, he said he built some space shuttles.
4.
right?
Let's not go crazy. 4.
Okay. Anyway.
Give the man his credit due.
All right,
Right.
Mr. Atkinson, sir, you'll be sentenced as announced by Mr. Hill. Our order, but reserve on the issue of restitution. Best of luck to you, sir.
So we're gonna get you some paperwork before you
shit.
and Leanne leave.
He's gonna get lost in the
Y'all
building.
leave, Go back here to the jail and check in with county
I hope he
probation.
walks right straight into that fucking door at the end.
Are you-
Slap
you
right
gotta
into
get
it.
some
Dang it.
Paperwork before you leave. too, okay?
I get his paperwork. Come over here.
Terry Brock,
Terry. Oh, here comes Terry. Look at them nice brown pants.
Look at that shirt.
Tucked in nicely. It's a button up, I
This
believe.
is Terry Lee Brock coming before you. Mr. Brock's case is one of our drug cases and it is in the same
Drugs?
posture as the others. We have a.
Terry.
law
Is
balance.
he late for a rodeo?
He is.
I'm a former world champion bull rider.
see you March 6th at 1:30.
All right, Terry. That was quick.
Terry put on his best cowboy shirt for nothing.
He's been fishing all morning. My God, where's her neck?
It's in that sweater somewhere.
Oh,
Your Honor, I've not had any recent contact with Miss Cook. She obviously lives in another state and we're still trying to get her case resolved. If we could put her on the March 6th docket, I'm gonna try to, Ms. Smith and I are actively trying to get this case resolved.
Okay. We'll see you March 6th at 1:30.
All right, thank you.
March 6th,
Oh,
by any chance, party on?
I bet it's March 6th. It seems to be when all the court is.
Thank you, Shy Shy.
Hush, hush. Why? Look at the boots that lady was wearing. She should give them to the cowboy. Them things barely fit over her calves. Filling it up, are we, dude?
Oh, that's gonna be a busy ass day.
Judge is gonna call in sick that day.
Did you see the Titanic that just reminded me of Yitz? Did you see the Florida resident edits with the smoking by any chance? Where he talks all about
Oh my God, yes. Last night it had been up 6 minutes when I watched it last night.
and then he ends up going, "Oh, but I didn't smoke."
I didn't smoke. I just
didn't smoke.
hung out with the smokers.
People asked
Okay.
what his brand was.
Marlboro Red in a box.
Yeah. Oh,
That's it.
that's it. That's all.
That's it. Real quick programming note.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Eastern time, which is about an hour and I don't know, 15 minutes from now. You guys need to make sure. I'm about to put it up as soon as we're done here. The premiere will go up. Judge Stevens, a case, Creed, that had the nickname of the Manson family. Not the original, but he said that's what they all called it, was the Manson family.
Okay.
Very interesting case, and it's got some pretty gruesome details. So if you don't like the gruesomeness, don't go.
Further with things, I will not be here for court tomorrow. Is that just got canceled for tomorrow? National holiday and all. It's my dad's birthday. We'll be.
It
gone.
might be. We'll figure that out. Let
Watch
me
the court
see. Let me see how much work I've gotten done by.
Most likely, I'll be joining you for Thursday.
Oh, excellent.
And we got to chase tomorrow.
What year is this your dad is celebrating?
I have no idea. Don't even ask. Hell, I thought his birthday was today, and then Valentine's Day was tomorrow. What do I know?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Son of the year, everybody.
Yes, of course, as usual. But yeah, we're going to the Trailer Park Casino in the morning, and then going to get something to eat. I don't know what else we're doing.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, we're gonna get out rather early. Be back. Anyways, the Heart on Day Express. Gary loves us. Flusha loves us. Party on Wayne loves us. Party on Wayne really loves us. H&W loves us. That's all in caps. So I did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa B loves us. Party on Wayne loves us so much. Amazon girl loves them boys. That doesn't sound right.
It's good stuff right there, Creed. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. I want to find out tomorrow how old he is. I'm going to guess your dad is 69.
You're off.
Damn it.
He's
Has he already turned 70?
pretty sure.
Fairly certain?
Fairly certain.
Interesting. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern time.
I have no idea.
He doesn't know. I know my mom was born in 42.
Yeah, I do not. I never.
But yeah, so Valentine's Day rolls on with an interesting case at 3 p.m. Eastern. You do not want to miss it. It is I have never heard anything like this, so it's a lot of fun. Manson family-esque per Judge Stevens. Also, again, Wild Worman Wednesday happening today.
I'm looking at the preview over here, and it looks pretty good from what I'm seeing.
Juicy, Junior, real juicy. So we need you to stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned, hit the like, subscribe, join, share, do it all, because that's what we do every single day. Goodbye.
Maybe I'll ask him tomorrow. No idea.
Who's older, your mom or your dad?
Dad.
At least he knows that.
I knew that much. How old am I?
How old are you? 43.
Maybe.
Damn it.
79. Add 20 plus 20 minus 4.
We'll figure it out.